Okay, so now we're good to go. We have our contract entity or our contract Lego. We're going to start building out our form. First thing we notice here is that we have a lot of forms. We have 41 forms, and we're going to have many more. So we need to kind of, as I mentioned before, scale this out into raw data so that we could probably store this on some sort of decentralized database. And that way it's not all on the app as React components, and that we need to maintain and debug and so on. So we're going to create a new one here. Dot swapper boost forms, and that doesn't exist. So we have to go into source/data/form Legos and create a new file. We're going to call it boost. Oh, Boist. Nice. That's good. That sounds good, actually. Boist Legos. Got to get your Boists. Swapper boost forms. JS. Instead of going through, well, let's just copy one. So we're going to go to favorites. Close that. Get shares for work. That's a very simple one. And go back into forms. Oh, not that forms. We want our swapper boost forms. We're going to paste that. It doesn't know what to make of that. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Export const swapper boost forms equals object. I'm going to add that little nugget on. Okay, so one thing we have to make sure is that our shares, our key or our property here has to be the same as ID. We use a double-sided key. It just helps a lot of our internal working sort of sort through all these forms and these transactions. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this one swapper stake and swapper stake. Nice. Now it doesn't know what a bunch of this stuff is, so I'm just going to add these imports in. Nice. Look at that. All getting imported here. So everything's ready to go. Obviously, this form isn't complete. This is still a form very much for requesting shares for work, and that's not what we're doing. What we need to do, though, I just want to prove something to you. Not prove, but just want to show something. That this form exists. So we're going to call this my custom form, and I want this to display in the app. So we want our app to take this data in and build it into a dynamic form for us. What we're going to do is we're going to go back into our app and kind of see if this exists. You'll notice, actually, before we go in there, that I put the dev is true key value pair there. And what that does is it tells the app to display it for us so that we don't have to, well, we won't even be able to display it because it's not a published boost yet. So we need a place to test that. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to manage, and we're in our playlist view. Go to dev test list. We have our form right here, my custom form. Preview, and it exists.